Hello, hello, my beautiful soul followers. How is everyone doing today? Give me a love heart shower or thumbs up if you're having an amazing day. If you're not having an amazing day, my love and support goes out to you. But today we're talking about high maintenance women. So I was drinking out of one of my favorite cups. It's my Crazy Chick cup. It was actually given to me on from a joking perspective. And I love and I hate this cup because in one way it's like somebody was kind of joking about me being like a crazy chick. And then in my life. And I didn't take it personally. And at the same time, it was given to me by people I really care about. And so it is one of my favorite cups. And so I was sitting there thinking, just doing my morning stuff, and I was sitting there thinking about the cup, and I started thinking about the topic of high maintenance women because it continues to come up in my world with my men right now. With all the guys that I'm seeing right now, I keep hearing this term, high maintenance women, and it is a pet peeve. Here is a soapbox of Addison's. I hate when we call women high maintenance. We can call men high maintenance too, but I think this term gets used a shit ton towards women. And the fact is that there is nothing wrong with being high maintenance. It's how are you high maintenance? And in truth, you want a woman, if you're a man, you want a woman that is high maintenance. That is high maintenance. So let's talk about this because I know you're probably like, I don't want some crazy chick. I don't want somebody who hasn't done their work. That's not what high maintenance is. So a woman who wants to maintain herself, maintain her core, has high standards for herself, and thus you, if you're a man, in relationship with her, is actually a very healthy thing. The issue is that we look at high maintenance women as low vibe, but there are two kinds of high maintenance. We can have high maintenance with a high vibe, or we can have high maintenance with a very low vibe. And that is oftentimes what we're talking about when we talk about high maintenance. We're talking about that low vibe energy of not being able to take care of self. And so needing somebody else to constantly be there and taking care and support them, or that chick who is, you went on a date with her yesterday and she's texted you 10 million times. I actually get this with men. I've been in my fair share of relationships with guys, and I'm like, I am running a business. We cannot text every day, all day long. Like, that's just not going to work for me. That's just not how I flow in my life. But this is not necessarily high maintenance. That's needy. That's insecure. True high maintenance women, and I'm talking high vibe, high maintenance, you should want in your life. And if you were a woman, you should want to be a high maintenance woman. A high maintenance woman puts herself in a space of self-love, of going, yes, I do have desires for my life. Yes, I do have an opinion for my life. Yes, I do want to take care of myself. I hear lots of joking about like, oh, the woman who wants to get her hair done and her nails done. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with a woman wanting to take care of herself? That shows a form of self-love. That shows somebody who is wanting to connect with themselves. A lot of times, and recently, because this topic continues to come up in my coaching sessions with some of my guys right now, they talk about the emotions, and in truth, a high vibe woman is in touch with her emotions. She doesn't let her emotions completely wash over her in this negative, like, cannot move through them space. But a high vibe, high maintenance woman is feeling her emotions, and yes, will allow that wave because she is in her feminine energy. She is experiencing the beauty of those emotions and learning from them and experiencing them. But a man who is not in his divine power, his divine masculine energy, will see that as negative, low, high maintenance. When in truth, it is incredibly healthy. It is how she's going to move through her day. It's going to be how she is tapping into her very core, into that very feminine space. I meet lots of women and that come to me and they want to work with me, and actually we get them to be more high maintenance. I work with women to get them to be more fucking high maintenance because I want them to tap into the self. I want them to take care of themselves, take the time they need for themselves. I want them to have high standards for themselves. And then I want them to have high standards for the people they're dating, or the man in their life, their friends, and it's not an expectation on those other people. It's, if you're going to be in my world, here's what I need from you. Here is what here's the standard I desire in my life. And so, not in a needy space, but if you can't meet this high standard, then that is fine. Like, that's not anybody's position or right to be like, you must do this. No, you can walk out of my life too. I teach my women that I work with one-on-one to be high maintenance in the bedroom, to expect their bodies and have a true expectation that there is a true energetic exchange in the bedroom, that they are receiving, that they are dropping into their bodies, that they're not having fast food sex, that their partner is not using them as, as a quick get off, that they are really dropping into their bodies. And the fact is, I would want the same thing for my men. I want my men to be high maintenance too. I want men to take pride in themselves and have an expectation of self and for what they want in their lives. The issue with high maintenance comes when our vibration is incredibly low, because then that high maintenance maintaining of self energy turns into insecurity, needing other people to fill us, things like that. That is when high maintenance is a negative. Because it's not the high maintenance, it's not maintaining self, it's not wanting energy, it's not wanting communication. I get guys who are like, she wants to communicate, she's so high maintenance, she wants to communicate. Well, communication is healthy. Communication, it's in what way is she wanting to communicate? Why are you avoiding the communication? Maybe you are not maintaining that relationship at the level you should be. The fact is, it's not the high maintenance that's the issue. It's the vibration. It's the insecurities. It's the neediness. It's the wounding. It's the wounding. And we all have wounding. So let's just drop that bullshit that anyone's going to be perfect. We all have wounding. It is checking in with yourself and going, okay, where am I being high maintenance in a low vibe way? And where am I being high maintenance in a beautiful high vibe, I'm taking care of myself kind of manner? I know in my personal relationships, I definitely am a communicator. I need to process things. I like to really dig into them. And that is my high maintenance. I have an expectation that there is this kind of swirl of energy in all my relationships, that we're talking and processing, and there is this beautiful dance in those relationships. I do have a time commitment that I make to myself each and every morning to maintain my mental health, my spiritual health, my energetic health. And so I want you to stop before you use the term high maintenance in the future. And I want you to really think
am I using this term in a negative way? Am I using this almost as a cuss word? Am I using it to tear somebody down? And then look at it and go, why do I feel like somebody maintaining their boundaries, maintaining themselves, maintaining their energy, wanting and having an expectation, if I'm in relationship with them, of communication, emotion, connection? Why am I seeing that as high maintenance? And then really look below that and go, okay, what is it? Because it's not the high maintenance. What is it truly that I'm struggling with? And maybe it is, the fact that somebody's being needy, or somebody is stepping over time boundaries. But instead of just labeling somebody as high maintenance, instead, maybe have that conversation of, you're stepping over some time boundaries here. The beauty of communication. So look at that, because you want to be high maintenance. Guess what? I meet women all the time that are not high maintenance as women. And men, you want a woman who's high maintenance, because I meet these women. And guess what? They're dead. They're lifeless. They're not turned on. They're not ignited. They don't have that beautiful fire. They don't have that beautiful, sensual, feminine energy either, because it's so tamped down because they haven't maintained themselves. They're not high maintenance. They're not taking care of themselves. They're not putting themselves as a priority. So you want your woman to be high maintenance. And if you're a woman out there, get a little bit more high maintenance. And that comes down to the expectations within yourself, not necessarily pushing that off on somebody else. Don't be a victim. Be high vibe, high maintenance. So, all right, guys, I am going to let you go over and check out my one-on-one work at addisonbell.net. You can connect with me. We can do a consultation, get you on your way to living that orgasmic life that I know you want, not just in the bedroom. That it's not just in the bedroom. We want to create an orgasmic life in all ways. Spiritually, energetically, sexually, emotionally. So go over to addisonbell.net and check me out. So, all right, guys, see you tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Love y'all.